Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and welcome to Look Back. This is a series that I do where I take a look at reviews that I did 20, 10, 5, and 1 year ago. And I tell you what I think about them, if I think about them at all. So let's go back in time. 20 years ago this week, I reviewed a game called Bootleggers. Bootleggers is a game about, well, being a bootlegger, getting that moonshine together, and getting it out to the speakeasies. When this game came out, it was a phenomenon of some sorts. This would have been like a Kickstarter today. At the time, though, having little trucks and little crates and moving stuff around, it was just a neat little game. I enjoyed it. You can tell it's 20 years old, but it's still a lot of fun. 7.5. 10 years ago, I took a look at Artifici. This is a game from Lifestyle Games, and it's about building a little bit of a card engine in front of you. And I think, if I remember correctly, it might have worked well for 6 players. 7 out of 10. Camel Up, 10 years ago. Now, this is the original Camel Up, not Camel Up 2nd Edition. I still enjoy it, but the 2nd Edition is better. But the original edition, still racing the camels around. A lot of fun. 8 out of 10. Royals, 10 years ago. This game was in the Dice Tower Essentials line. Technically, it still is, but I think it's out of print now. But if you've ever had a chance to play this one, you should try it out. It is kind of like Ticket to Ride, but area control. You're collecting cards and putting things out to control different areas, and there's just a lot of different ways to score points. It's a very smooth, fun game. 8.5 out of 10. 5 years ago, I reviewed Destroyer of Words, which is from Prospero Hall. It's a pretty funny name of a game. It's a word game, but it's not that great, unfortunately. 5 out of 10. And Mini Miners. I wanted to love this game. There's a bunch of miners, and you're putting out a miner and collecting things, but there's just too much complication for what is a very simple game. 5 out of 10. The Coldest Night, a weird little game. It's a cooperative game about basically surviving the night. It's really, really cold, which might work for many of you right now. There's some interesting ideas here, but it just falls short of me recommending it a 6.5. And then A War of Whispers, this Starling Games game here, where you are shadowy people behind factions. Really good idea here, and it works really well in this game. The worst part of the game probably is the production is just okay. I've kind of upgraded mine, and it looks a lot better, but still there's some neat ideas in there, especially that being the power behind the throne. 7.5 out of 10. Last year, I reviewed Far Away. Now, this is a game, I give it an 8, which is like mild compared to what I'm pretty sure he likes it, and I wouldn't be surprised if this week it's shown up somewhere in his top 100 games. I'm calling that now, and I recorded this, just to be clear, before we even started the top 100. I know Z loves it. I also really do like it. I think it's a neat idea, playing these cards and then scoring them backwards. 8 out of 10. Wormspan. So this one has dropped a bit. You see it went from a 9 to an 8. That doesn't mean it's bad at all. It's just that's kind of where all the spans are for me right now. We got Wingspan, Wormspan, and Finspan. Finspan is my favorite, and Finspan definitely has affected me wanting to play Wormspan, because Wormspan has dragons and stuff, and it's a neat idea moving down the tracks. But Finspan does all that and more, and it's fish, which I really like. So I think that's why Wormspan's dropped just a bit. Still a really good game, though, and a nice implementation on the Wingspan system. Then Sleeping Gods, Distant Skies. This is the sequel to Sleeping Gods. It's hard for me to say if it's better. In many ways, it's better. The combat system's better. The story's better. It's a little less go out. If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the original Sleeping Gods, because the original one has more of a just go out and see what happens. But they're both very, very good games. 8.5 out of 10. That's it. That's look back 1, 5, 10, 20 years ago. Hey, folks, if you like the fact that we can do this, we go back and take a look at older games and redo them, consider backing the Dice Tower. Currently, we are fundraising on GameFound, and you can find that at supportdicetower.com. Check it out. Help us bring out another year of content to you all. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching the Dice Tower. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.